up, world? Back again, man. This is Riding Dirty Raw, and today we got my man Tylor King. What's going on, my G?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Maintaining, man. Look, the first thing I want to say is, man, I had a chance to check out your project, and man, it is banging. I'm talking about from start to finish, and I know we're going to talk about that towards the end, but I did not want to not mention that your project is banging, man, banging.
I appreciate that. I really do, man.
All right, so look, man, let's get into it, man. Like the first thing I want you to do is let the people know where you're from and like what was your introduction to the music game.
I'm originally from Kanyes, Georgia. Um, Born and raised. Um, and I don't know what really introduced me to music. I just remember one day listening to rap music and I fell in love with it. So
All right, now, Kanyes, Georgia. Kanyes, Georgia is not, I'm sure, is not known for having a large amount of rappers coming out of Kanyes, Georgia, man. Tell the people a little bit about Kanyes, Georgia. What's it like growing up there? Because I'm sure people watching this video is going to think Kanyes, Georgia, that's got to be country as hell.
well, really it's considered Metro Atlanta. It ain't that far from Atlanta. But you got your good parts and your bad parts. It's a little small town. Ain't too much special going on there. It's just a little town in Rockdale County, about 30 minutes from Atlanta.
All right, now you started listening to rap early. All right, now listening to rap, man, I've been listening to rap for over 20 years. Rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it, over 20 years. I'm talking, I've been listening since the message, the breaks, all that. I've been listening all my life, but guess what? I never ever had the courage to be a rapper. I never ever took a pen to some paper and put some words together that sounded good to some type of beat or rhythm. I might have tried, but man, I never. No. That takes a lot. So, what made you realize that not only did you want to be a fan, but you wanted to be a part of the culture?
Really, I think the music video has done it for me. I just seen how much fun they was having, and that's really what made me want to start writing music. And then once I started writing and I really started recording, it just all came together.
All right. Who are some of your influences? It had to be some people that made you say, you know what, I can do that. Even if they were terrible. Because a lot of times we can find somebody that's terrible and be like, you know what, I got to be better than that guy. So who are some of your influences that made you say, you know what, I can do this shit?
Man, my favorite rapper of all time is T.I. So I'm a big T.I. fan. Like I love T.I. and really him alone, really. That was really the first like rapper I started like really listening to on a daily basis when I was younger. And I just it just brought it all together and made me want to do the same thing.
Okay. All right. Now, do you remember what that first studio experience was like? Or who was the person who actually put the battery in your back and made you go to the studio?
Well, my first studio experience, I was about 15 years old, maybe 14. I was with one of my buddies. He's actually an artist on my label now. It goes by J. Kyle. We've been homies for a long time, but an old rinky-dink studio setup. This was years ago. We're talking like 15 years ago. So, we didn't have nothing special, but me and him would get in there and just write. We didn't even know how to write a song at this point. We were just writing stuff on paper. We didn't know that a hook and then a verse and then a hook and a verse. We would just write stuff on paper and recording it. So I'd have to say my very first studio experience, I loved it, man. You can really get in there and drown out all your worries or anything that's going on in your life for that little amount of time, and it clears your head a little bit.
Okay. All right. Now look, man, I know this is off the subject of music, but it just comes from me trolling people's sites and stuff. Bro, how are you dealing with this gas situation?
I think I found some gas yesterday, so I went ahead and filled my tank up. Well, my wife's tank anyway, because I was actually in her car. But I think it's a little people going a little overboard with it, So we're just gonna leave that at that. I think people tend to freak out a little too much, too soon at least. I mean, like they announce it on the news and boom, everybody's going to fill up. I mean, filling your car up is one thing. Or if you got two cars or whatever, filling all your cars up. But man, people take it to the extreme with putting it in tanks and all this other stuff, But hey,
Bro, I seen a dude putting gas in Ziploc bags.
man, hey, I seen a dude putting gas in bowls. I'm talking, hey, I'm talking bowl like Tupperware bowls for the kitchen, man. I'm like, man, come on with the game, man. Like,
I know that.
but it is what it is, I guess.
All right, man. Every time I look at your name on social media, I always want to say, is this guy's real name or is this just a creative rap name? And what's the science behind it? If it's not his real name.
Um, and I used to go by TK. That was my stage name and everything. But I decided to switch it to Tylor King because I think that's more unique. It's more real. Plus, if you type in TK on Google, you won't never find me, ever. Even when all my stuff said TK, you won't find me. There's too many TKs, TKOs, TK this, TK that. But now when you Google my name, there ain't really no famous or that many Tylor Kings, especially with the way I spell it, or the way my mama spell it. Put it like that. But so really, I wanted to do it not just to like be more original, but to also benefit me. When people search me my music, I got to think about stuff like that. I don't want them to type in TK and 100 of people pop up. So yeah, I've been going by Tylor King as far as music wise for like I think about maybe 2 years now. But for the longest, it was TK.
All right, now, when I listen to your music and I look at you, your sound and your style is very distinct from what I visually see. How are you able to craft your style, bro?
All right. Honestly, like I feel like I'm really good with the writing process.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go to record, I can hear I don't know, it's just something about hearing myself while it's recording, so you can almost hear how the song's going to sound. So it allows my confidence to boost, which makes me say it or sing it or rap it the way I need to. Like, it's just like a confidence boost in hearing myself while I'm recording. I just love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, now, because when I hear your music and when I listen to your project Dapper, bro, I heard a lot of subject matter that a lot of artists might not touch on. Like, how are you able to dig so deep and then put it on that paper and just make it come out perfect?
Uh, I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. So even if I ain't even rapping about that particular subject, I can still bring that pain in a song. You know, as an artist, you have to learn how to take emotions you might have dealt with 5 years ago and put it in music that you're making today. You know, like the situations you talk about in your music, the stories you tell, they can be from your past. You know, like I can write a whole album right now about a heartbreak or whatever, but I ain't heartbroken right now. I'm happy with my wife. We good. I got a good relationship. You know, everything's going good right now. But as an artist, you got to learn how to dig and just take those emotions and just let them go.
Okay. All right, now this is gonna be a crazy question I'm about to ask, but hey, it is what it is. All right, like man, in 2021, man, we're just seeing a huge resurgence when it comes to Caucasian rappers. We got Jack Harlow killing it. Man,
Yeah.
the whole country rap genre is insane right now. Um, how do you feel about that? Or do you even want to be lumped into that? Or do you want to just be respected for the good music?
Yeah, I'm just here to make good music. Um, I think it's awesome because anybody in their right mind knows that hip hop or rap, anything like that is, you know, it's Black culture. You know, we know that. So for, I think it's awesome for any other race to be able to be successful in another, how I want to say this without pissing people off, like another man's game. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt.
Like that's a Black culture. So like for any other race to come up in it, I mean, it's a huge accomplishment. You know, so I respect anybody that's made it. You know, whether you, I don't, I don't really care what your race is. You know, but I think it's cool. I think in the past like 2 years there has been a lot more like white rappers coming up. Not only like mainstream, but on like social media platforms too. I see it a lot on TikTok. You know, thousands and thousands of views and stuff like that. So I think it's cool. You know, as long as everybody's don't step on anybody's toes, you know, everything will be good.
All right, now have you kept up with the emergence of country rap? Because what I'm noticing is that there are a lot of white rappers who they're rappers, but the fans are kind of pulling them into the country rap genre. Their music doesn't sound like country rap, but they're from the South, and it's like the fans are just gravitating to them just based off the genre alone. Because when you hear the music, it doesn't sound like country rap. It sounds like hip hop.
Yeah, not me. You won't find me on that country rap stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that just ain't my cup of tea, man. Like I'm from the South and all that, but nah, I'm not. I'm like, nah. I don't even know another way to put it. That just ain't me. I'm gonna stick to this hip hop and this rap.
All right, now, I'm sure you know I've been following what you do for a while. Matter of fact, last year, at the beginning of the year, I mistakenly put you on a list of 50 rappers from Griffin, Georgia.
Yeah. I remember that.
And but that was based off your skill set because I just thought you were dope. And I just, for some reason, I don't know why I thought you were from Griffin, but I did. But so I've definitely, kept up with what you got going on when it comes to your music online. So about a year ago, man, I realized that Tylor King is not scary because you was beefing with somebody about a year ago on Facebook, man. What was that all about?
Oh, you're talking about oh man.
Was that
Basically,
was that personal beef or rap beef?
no, that was personal beef.
Okay, you ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah, it's personal beef. Nah, it wasn't on no music stuff. I don't really like to get into the music beef, just because like that ain't what I'm here for. Now, if I feel disrespected in like on like a personal level, and it has to do with music, then yeah, then it becomes personal and music. But just music wise, like, nah, like I ain't no battle rapper, man. I'm not finna battle rap nobody, man. I might freestyle and crack a couple jokes in my freestyle on you, and you might damn get on my ass for a minute. But I ain't with the battle rap. That ain't me. Now if somebody diss me on the track or whatever, I might come back, say my little piece or whatever. But yeah, I try to keep it kosher, man.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, man. Tell me a little bit about being the father of 5. Like, what's
You
that
have
like?
been following me for real.
Bro, I'm a journalist, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these guys who just know. I'm a journalist, man. I don't know. I want a person when I interview someone, I want the person to know that this guy actually is doing his damn job. Because when the people watch this interview, I want them to leave knowing who Tylor King is. I think artists are more than their music.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The father of 5 is the best thing about me. I love my kids. Um, they're my best friends, and I've had a rough time. My oldest is 10. My youngest is 9 months old. Um, it's been a struggle. Parenthood is not easy, whether you're a mom or a dad. And there was a stretch of like 2, almost 3 years where I done it. Well, at the time, I only had 2 kids, my 2 girls. Uh, and I done it all by myself.
What was that like?
So, I actually talked about that on rough, man. Trying to work, uh, pay your bills, and find babysitters, pay them. I mean, and then back then, man, nobody was paying nothing.
Yeah.
You was lucky if you got $10 an hour somewhere. But and it was rough, man. But they made me who I am. I won't never turn my back on them, no matter what. I don't care if I'm living in a box. I'm gonna be there.
How have you been able to balance creating music and fatherhood and being a husband?
I just go with the flow, man. There really ain't no balancing out nothing. You just obviously my fatherhood and my husband duties come first. Um, Obviously that's gonna always come first. So really, I fit music in when I can, and I do make music my priority on some days or some weeks or something, or if I got an event coming up. But really, I just go with the flow, man. I don't ever set myself a schedule to like come out here and record a song, because I like to record off my mood anyway. I don't want to. I don't make myself. If I don't want to record, I'm not gonna come out here and try to record because I don't want to.
Right.
But I like to just go off impulse. Like might hear a beat, in my email or something, be like, oh, yeah, I need to go write some of this right now, or I might hear a beat and like it and be like, all right, I'll jump on that later. It just depends on the mood.
All right. Now, when I listen to your music, and in following your music, I've noticed that your singing element has really, really progressed.
Yeah.
Where did that harmonizing come from? You've been taking singing lessons?
All right, I'm gonna give you the cold hard truth. A lot of people already know this, but yeah. Auto tune will work numbers. Auto tune will work numbers, and a lot of people hate on auto tune. A lot of people love auto tune. I don't really care what they think, because I love it. But there's still some skill to it. You can't just get on here and then put auto tune on it. It's gonna be A1. You still have to like coach your voice, and you still gotta hold notes. I mean, you might not sound all that good, but when you put that auto tune on it, it's just like any other effect that people use on their music. That's why nobody sound the same live except for like real singers, and they don't even sound the same live. I mean, engineering that goes into the sessions and stuff like that. But over the years, I have found my voice as far as like auto tune wise and harmonizing and kind of singing a little bit, you know. So I agree with you on that. I have grew in that subject right there.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about members only and Team BAM. Is that the same faction or what's the separation? Because I hear you scream members only a lot.
I'm actually not with members only anymore.
Okay.
But we still A1 Steak Sauce. We still cool. The owner, he's like a big brother to me. You know, he was what happened was I moved. You know, I had my Team BAM records popping. Then I moved to Florida, and nothing was really jumping anymore. And he had the members club jumping, and I can't remember if I hit him up or he hit me up. But we was just talking about, you know, me being an artist, and you know, I done that for a while, and then you know, I think I got my studio jumping, and I found some artists in Florida, so I started my Team BAM thing again. So like I didn't like completely quit with Members Club, but eventually it kind of just died off. And you know, I hit Keezy, you know, he the owner, Keezy. I hit him up and I was like, hey man, I think it's time for me to really put my focus in Team BAM again. You know, I'm back in Georgia now, so you know, we still cool. I still said it on the album because some of those songs were done when I was with Members Club. So I didn't want to be I wanted to keep it on there because, you know, when I done those songs, I was with them. And, you know, it wasn't no hard feelings or no bull crap like that. So if you heard that, that's because that I done those songs when I was, or at least started those songs when I was with Members Club. So,
All right, but guess what? That tells you I've listened to your project.
yeah, you did, yeah. But Team BAM is my label. Like I own it. Me and my homie Ant started it in 2010, and has ups and downs. But now we back jumping. Been back jumping for probably about 6 months now. Just did our first show last month. Got another one this month. Got plenty of artists dropping projects. Like one of my artists, he just dropped an album the same week mine dropped. Actually, my another one of my artists just dropped his first project, like literally just now at 12 o'clock. It should be everywhere now. But so, and we I got one of my artists in Florida. He got a music video dropping tomorrow. I mean Saturday. I'm in the music video, but it's his song. So I'm just trying to get it back jumping, man. Trying to get the shows popping and trying to get us out there and see where it goes.
All right. Did you want to mention some of the members of Team BAM or the entire collective? And what is BAM an acronym or what does that mean?
Yeah, BAM's an acronym. It's spelled like damn, but with a B, and it stands for by any means necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just shout out the whole team as a whole because there's a lot of us. I got like 18 artists. So shout out.
You Master P, ain't you?
I mean, well, like what happened was like, you know, I had my artists when I first lived in Georgia, and then I moved to Florida, and because when I was in Georgia, we was doing shows like every month in McDonough at this place called The Zone. And then I moved to Florida, so the shows stopped, and everybody's kind of like stopped with the music and doing their own thing. So I found some artists in Florida, and it's like 5 of them. So I still met. They came to Georgia last month. Came to the show and performed. One of them shot a music video. All that. So then I was like, all right, I need to hit up my old Team BAM artists before I moved to Florida to see if they still want to do the thing. Every one of them was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. And then I added a couple more artists, and then boom, now I got 18. Like it's like 17 or 18 of us. But it works out, man. everybody does their part.
All right, now I noticed you have a studio. Like, do you record yourself, engineer
Yeah.
yourself, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, that album was actually every project I have on music streaming sites was engineered by me, except for like two on my album. Light Work, that was done by BJ Biggs, and No More, that was done by BJ Biggs. The rest of them was done by me. Yeah, I'm actually in my studio right now, but it's just being remodeled. Like a couple months ago, I ain't had no walls up. I got walls now, a ceiling. In the next couple weeks, it'll be finished and painted. And I got a whole bunch of stuff in the house to hang up, posters, all that. But it's a process. You know.
Okay. Um, how would you feel if any of your kids chose to pursue music, especially your daughters?
I don't know about that, man. I'm already in it, so I mean, uh, I wouldn't try to steer them away, but I ain't gonna try to steer them to it. Um,
You know that talent got to run in the
rough.
family.
I know, but it's rough sometimes, man. It ain't no guarantee. Like when you're in school, you can pick a guaranteed career. As long as you go to school for it. Like if you want to be a doctor, you can go to school and you're gonna be a doctor. As long as you pass all your classes and and get your license or whatever it takes to be a doctor or anything else. You can definitely be, but music, any type of athlete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, that's really on chance. That's really on chance. You could be the most talented person in the world. I mean, but if you're not noticed by the right person, nobody's gonna know you. You won't make it. Like it just takes a lot for like any type of music artist, and I think athletes, because I mean, yeah, they can go to school and go to college, but they ain't. It's not guaranteed you getting drafted. You know,
Yeah.
it can totally go south. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't steer him away from it, but I wouldn't steer him to it. I'm gonna try to. I didn't even want to go to college, and still wouldn't go to college. That's just me. I had enough of school. Like I don't want to go back. But I'm gonna try to you know, uh, see about them going to college and picking you know, a good career that's like guaranteed.
Gotcha. No doubt. Everybody wants everybody wants no one wants their kids to struggle. So as parents, we all take the things that maybe we done wrong or maybe some of the things that cause us to struggle and try to push our kids opposite that.
Right.
So
Yeah, I don't want to see him hurting. I don't want to see him struggling. It's rough out here, man.
so when you was raising those two girls, how was
Yeah.
you doing their hair? Are you good at doing hair?
Man, all I can do is a little French braid. Yeah, little French braid. I can't do much more.
That's all
They
good.
don't even like that. They just like it brushed and that's it. They don't like to put it up or nothing like that. So
All right. Last year, man, it's been a year. Um, we lost Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players to ever touch the court.
rest in peace.
But when Kobe passed, his daughter was with him, and the term "girl dad" just kind of blew up. Um, did the loss of Kobe Bryant, especially dying with his daughter, did that affect you in any way, especially having daughters?
That affected me on a father level and on a basketball fan level. Um, I couldn't imagine their last words as the helicopter was going down or what they was thinking or him going down knowing he ain't going to see his other kids again, his wife. um, and then it also broke my heart on the basketball level. I'm a huge basketball fan. Like basketball was my first love. um, huge basketball. I've always loved Kobe Bryant, man. You know, have had his shoes, I've had jerseys. Um, you know, so that honestly hurt. You know, you got those deaths by celebrities that, you know, and people act like it ain't supposed to affect you, but when you're a huge fan of something, man, it can really hurt your heart. You know, you can be like, because you almost know them. I mean, you done watched all the damn movies or listened to all the music, watched all the games or whatever. So you're like, you know, you might not be a part of their life, but they're a part of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when he passed, I was like, I cried, man. I was like, man,
Me
that's
too.
crazy, man. It's
Me too.
crazy. Yeah, I did, man. I thought about that for weeks after that. I was like, I walk with my wife and I'll be like, man, I still can't believe Kobe died like that, man.
Yeah, man. And it was so big. It's like you couldn't do anything without hearing about it. You couldn't turn your TV on. You couldn't look at your phone. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. All right, so look, let's close this thing out by talking about Dapper. My first question is, who is that on the cover?
That's my son, Junior. His name's Tylor King Jr.
Does he normally dress like that, or did you dress him like that for the album cover?
Yes and no. Like the jewelry on him and all that, that's photoshopped in. That's part of the graphic. That's what I told my graphic designer to do. I made him do the pose. You know, all the rappers, they showing their grill, whatever. But sometimes he does dress like that. Not with all the jewelry and everything, but I dress him like that. You know, got the Lakers shirt and the Lakers hat and all that. You know, sometimes we put on our Nike dad hats like this one right here. He's got a white one and a black one. I got like 3 black ones and a white one, and you know, that's my junior, man. So, you know, I just want him to be like me in a sense. You know, you want a twin with your son, you know.
That means he might rap, Tylor.
He might, man. He's on the album.
I know. So real quick, man, give us your if a person was locked on the island,
Yeah.
and they're locked on the island with 3 songs by Tylor King, and these 3 songs are going to leave them a life-lasting impression of you as an artist.
Man.
What 3 songs would you want those to be off this Dapper project?
Oh, off the Dapper project. All right, definitely Tylor Jr. Definitely. These are the first. When I go to my album, these are the first 2 songs I listen to. Tylor Jr. and Fast Gas Go. That's got my cousin on the first verse. He's one of my artists too. And Doctor. Those are when I go to my album and I want to listen to some of my album songs, those are the first 3 songs I'll play.
Why those 3?
They're just my favorites. Like Tylor Jr.'s they kind of put everything together. I call the album Dapper, which means dad rapper. I put him on the cover. I named the song after him on that song. I let him say something on the little intro. I let him hit press record. I did the whole hook right here in front of him. So that song is kind of like special to me in a sense, and that's one of my favorite performance songs. So, and then the Fast Gas Go, like me and my cousin was in here and I freestyled that hook, and it just came together and we wrote verses. And then the Doctor, I didn't write that hook. I'm on the first verse and I'm on the last hook, but it's got 2 other Team Bam artists on it. I just love that song. Yeah.
All right. What's next for Tylor King?
More shows and 6 music videos in the next 6 months.
Oh, so you done kicked it into gear.
Oh yeah, I done dropped all this music, so now I need to put some visuals out.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing, man. How do you feel about social media and how you're able to market and promote yourself to people who you can't just hop in your car and go take a CD to?
Social media is definitely I think the main platform of getting your music out there, getting your face card out there, getting your name out there. If you got money, you can basically get your stuff around the world, with ads and the promo things they have on Facebook. Then you got these new apps coming out almost daily, like TikTok. It ain't even that old, and now it's like, and there's people getting found off of it for all kind of stuff. So I think social media is really a blessing to any type of music artist, online radios, anything like that.
Okay. All right, man. In closing, man, anything you want to add that we might have missed?
Go follow me on any social media at official Tylor King. Go follow my label at Team Bound Records. Shout out to my team. Shout out to my management. And shout out to you, man. I appreciate you having me on the show, man.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro. I definitely appreciate you taking time to chop it up with me.
All right, man.
All right, peace.